Hi besties, how are you guys? It's ridiculously warm in the UK right now, so the window's open. So if you hear some vroom vroom cars going by, just pretend you don't, because your girl needs some air circulation in this room right now because computer's on, I'm warm, it's just not a good vibe. Kind of hating the background currently. If you saw my last video, if you didn't, I've moved things around. I did have a small bookshelf here, which is now over here, and I just wanted to see if it'd all work and flow, because I am buying another big bookshelf and I'm moving it all and having like a flush system going on. So there were books everywhere surrounding me, but currently we are lacking in the book department, and obviously it doesn't help that I am obscuring all these books on the side. But we only have to wait a month until I purchase one, because I'm waiting till payday, because I'm a good girl, surprisingly. I wanted to talk about some of my summer books. So I'm kind of doing a summer TBR video with you guys. I'm a little bit early, but because the weather is weathering in the UK, I kind of wanted to get on the bandwagon and talk about the sun and how much I'm enjoying it and get into those type of reads. I have 8 books to go through with you guys. I would have liked to have chosen 10, but I'm just not seeing any summer reads. Do you know, I'm just lacking 2. I'm lacking 2, so we're just going to stick with the lucky number 8, which funny enough is my favourite number, and it's also my brother's favourite number, because when I was 8 and when he was 8 we lived in house number 8, and for some reason that is just stuck with me. Upsettingly, I no longer live in a number 8. Ironic, isn't it? Looking at my pile, they are mostly romances, and they are mostly pinks and purples and vibrant colours. Summer to me just screams love, and I am not a massive like romance reader. I go through phases, and I started going through a phase last year where I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna read so many, and I'm not in that phase, but I haven't come out of that phase. I'm kind of 50-50 to romances currently, so I thought while I'm still okay reading them, you might as well add it to my TBR, because I have 2 shelves, 2 of these compacted shelves of romance books, and I've read like half of them, so I need to catch up. The first one is Out on a Limb, and I just want to say how beautifully comforting this is. You know, I'm so excited. Oh my god. All I know about this book is that they're both enabled. So he is obviously missing a leg, and I think maybe it's something to do with her hand, because she's got an issue with one of her limbs, and I don't know which one it is. It's just that it just looks a little bit not normal. Anyway, they have a one-night stand, she gets pregnant, she decides to keep it, and it goes through the kind of difficulties between how their lives are affected because they are fully enabled, and yeah, it's apparently really inspiring, really cutesy, and also very romantic, and I'm kind of fine with this. This just to me, this gives comfort, but not autumn comfort, it gives summer romance comfort. Sticking with the same vibes, I actually do have First Time Caller, and this is a special edition, and I'm obsessed with this book. And everybody rates this book ridiculously highly. All I know is that, is it this guy? Yes, I think a guy's got a podcast, and our main girl's daughter calls the podcast basically saying, my mum's single, how do I get my mother to go on dates? And I think it must do, obviously, because it's a romance. I think it kindles a little spark between the podcast owner and the daughter's mother. I don't know if they're on the podcast together and that's how it like picks up. I don't know anything about that, just because I feel like how I can see it coming, I do not want to read the synopsis more than what I already know, because I kind of want to go in here a little bit blinded, because a surprise sometimes is quite nice. But this is giving, the colours is giving summer, the vibe itself is giving summer, and it's romance, so therefore it's giving summer, therefore it's on my TBR list, therefore I'm talking about it today with you guys. Changing up a little bit, I do have Voice of the Ocean, and this is by one of my YouTubers that I watch. She is a Sims YouTuber, and I am obsessed with her. I love her challenges often, and I've been aware, like I've known about this book for such a long time. I'm probably going to say maybe like a year and a bit. As soon as she like announced it, I was like, I'm on that bandwagon, I am pre-ordering that book, and I did, and here we are. I actually have started reading this, but I had too many arrangements at the time. Like I had to put this book down because I was in the middle of so many books. I can't start another book and get involved in another fantasy. I needed just to start fresh, so therefore that's what I did with this book. It's a retelling of The Little Mermaid, and I like my Disney movies, I really, really do, but Ariel and that storyline isn't my favourite. Yeah, it's alright, I'll watch it if it's on the TV, but it's not something that I drove about. But this is her favourite Disney movie, so she's done like, it's based on that, and you do read it, obviously, because I've read 12 pages, and I get those vibes. She's in the sea, swimming, and you're not allowed to go to humans, kind of like Ariel, and this big ship comes on, and there's a dog, like Ariel, and there's a prince, and he's really handsome, and it goes into detail like Ariel, so it's just an Ariel retelling. But I think the artwork on this is astounding. Oh my god, hello, that's beautiful. And water, for some strange reason, also makes me think of summer, and I think it's just because of the sea, and because I do not live near the sea, I do not come across the sea often. I want to just bring in a little bit of water to my life, therefore that's why I'm reading this summer. Sticking with the same theme as water, we do have a really, really, really new release. I've just picked this up today actually, which is really funny, but it's Heir of Storms, and I do believe I'm getting this book through my Fairy Loot Young Adult collection, but this was only £3. So I just thought, because I'm not a massive fan of reading my special editions, just in case, because I've got nails, I don't want to claw the pages. Obviously you have oils on your hands and you accidentally rip them and you bend them because you can around and stuff, blah blah. So I do prefer reading the paperbacks rather than my special editions, because I am a collector of these and I do not want to damage them. This, I have not a clue what it's about. Let's read the synopsis. On the back it says, I am the girl who weathered the storm that shook the world, and I'm coming for my crown. And the good thing about it is there's certain words in capitals. And it gives a little bit of a to the whole situation. Do you know the one thing I love about books is when they like incorporate magic. Like this first sentence, not even a whole sentence, but it's Blaze, a rain singer, was born into one of the most powerful fire-wielding families of the Empire, and it's just bringing Avatar. It's just bringing Avatar the Airbender back, and I love these. I love these. I do actually have a couple of books down here that I want to talk about that do have kind of the same type of magical world, but magic to me is what, I mean, fate and magic come hand in hand, but magic I love reading about. Like I love reading about this one. But anyway, this is just the Fairy Loot edition. It's just got eyeballs. It's just got eyeballs, and I just think that's very pretty. And I'm intrigued. I don't want to read all the rest of it because I know nothing of this, because I've just picked up today, and I will be reading it probably this month. Probably. Changing up the colour palette here. This is very beigey, wishy-washy. Not much is going on with the artwork. Hello, darling. How are you? This is Heaven's Official Blessing Volume 2, and this is based, I think it's based off of a manga, and it also does have an animation which I actually have started watching. I am liking reading the book and then watching the episodes to go through it to like relate all in my mind. I haven't fully caught up to where the last book left off, but I'm really intrigued because it's just good. It's just good. This book is a male on male perspective. It's like a gay romance book, and I've never read anything sweeter, because it's got the fantasy, it's got the action, it's got the rogue muscles and things, but it's got the inner like emotions that female authors come across in their books when they're talking about a female's point of view. But this is the emotion side from a man's point of view, well, two man's point of views, and I really enjoy seeing that aspect, because it's just, men's romances to me are always so whimsical, and I don't know why, because I feel like female romances, the females are always so emotional about it, but then men just have this elegance about them, and it's just really nice and refreshing and beautiful to read something completely different. This does, and I will show you because I don't want to ruin it for myself, it does have pictures throughout the whole book. I'm going to turn away now. Which is really nice when you're reading it, because sometimes it like does the characters, so you see what the character looks like, or they say there's a massive cave with like scorpions in there, it'll talk about that cave and it'll have a picture there, so it's just nice every now and then to have a picture there. There's like 7 books in this series, 7, and this is number 2. 7. Why do I do this to myself? I really don't know. Because this is the second in a series, I do not want to go into detail of it. But the first one is about a god who drops down to the human realm, and he has to, how do I describe this? Basically, there's like temples, and in a temple, if someone goes in to pray or gives like an offering to that god gets more power. That's the whole realm going on. He used to be really, really good, really amazing, really strong, really powerful, really rich, because everybody loved him. One mistake was made, dead to everybody. So he's now trying to like build up his reputation while also falling in love, while also helping people, while also building his own shrine. It's quite in depth, but it's really good, and I really recommend it if you want something whimsical with a bit of fantasy, which has got that Asian culture to it. Sticking with the pink vibes, we have Summer in the City by Alex Astor. She did the Light Lac series, and when I saw that she was releasing this book, I was like, add to cart. There was no question about it. Didn't even read what it was. I added to cart, and I got the special edition. I just, normally for my special edition fairy lit books, I like it when there's a lot going on. Sometimes when it's just got like a wishy-washy one, like for example this one, I'm not really bothered by it. I've read this book, I love this book, Some Desperate Glory, I really like this one, but this to me is just, I don't like it. And I thought I wouldn't like this one, with obviously it being a sprayed edge at the bottom and it just having the Empire State with an apple on top of it. It's an apple love heart. But I am obsessed with this cover. I am obsessed with it. Like, it's from full display and everything. I just think it's bloody gorgeous. All I know, there's romance in the big city. I don't know what it's about. Do you know on the back of the book where it's got a couple of famous authors who have read it before and like quoted it? Well, this has got Ali Hazelwood and it's got Abby Jimenez. Do I need to say anything more? Because those two authors, including this one, but those two authors are massive in the romance world, and this is her first like debut into the romance realm. So this book I bought today, and I think once you see it you'll kind of understand why. It's bloody stunning. This is the perfection of whimsical, beautiful girliness. It's just been like bleh. That is all I'm gonna say, because so this is called Rain Cloud Palace. Crafting magic, saving kingdoms, one spell at a time. It is, I do not know if it's YA. Funnily enough, not a clue. I just saw it, read the first couple of sentences, thought you're coming home with me, and then there it is in my home, and that's my thought process to the whole situation. I'm not going to read the synopsis because the synopsis is bloody huge, but I will read the back of the book because we like those quotes in this house. What is magic? Is it energy? Is it a dream come to life? Does it come from within or from an outside source? It took the humans a long time to even understand it. Our kind understood the implicity because it was of us and we were of it. Magic has always existed in this world. It lives in all things unevenly. It flows through nature, helps things grow and change. Magic guides life into its best and beautiful forms. I'll read the sentences that I read at Waterstones that made me decide to get this book. Ebony Treadle spends her days making and selling magical items at the magpie nest, an enchanted feather that keeps off the rain, and a mechanical owl who can read aloud are among her unique inventions. So it's got the magical side to it, but then she also invents things like, hello honey, queen. But everything changes when invisibilities catch the attention of the occupants of the nearby Raincloud Castle. Hello, that is giving, what is it giving? What is that book called? Is it called The Law of the Wild? I can't find it. I think it's called Law of the Wilds. That's giving that, where she kind of, you are really good at your job, you must come with me and help the society. It kind of gives those vibes. That's all I read. That is all I read, and the cover and the synopsis is just, and it's got little twinkles. I just think this is beautiful. So I'm actually building a pink shelf. Currently I have this massive teddy bear on there because my granddad gave it to me, and I love cute stuff anyway. But yeah, so that's taken up a lot of space, but I am collecting my pretty pink books. And this, the spine's all right. I mean, it doesn't have sprayed edges, but this to me is a statement piece right here. It is a statement piece right here. So that'll be adding to my pink shelf, kind of like this at some point when I have more pink books. Now to get on to more of a fantasy aspect, we have the Glittering Edge, which I'm actually planning on reading this month, with it being summer and stuff, but I'm really excited for this. This is giving summer because of the romance aspect, but then autumn vibes because it's about witchery and spells and things, but I just think it's just giving too much summer to read in October time, so I want to read it before then. This is my fairy book and it is beautiful. The sprayed edges. So I love this so much. Very, very pretty. On the back it says magic has demands that must be met. But the one thing I want to show you more importantly is the hardback. See, this to me is giving more autumn winter vibes because obviously the hidden moon, the spooky castle. Yeah, very nice, but then this is giving summer vibes. So I think this is a book that I might probably not read this week. I mean, I'd like to, but I probably should read to the end of summer when it starts getting a little bit cold in the air. I have no idea what it's about. Should we read it? The locals of Idlewood whisper of a tragic love story that begun a decades-long blood feud. It's giving witchy vibes, but the romance, with it being like a three-wheel romance, is giving summer. For as long as anyone can remember, the DeLuca witches and the wealthy Barrion family have been sworn enemies ever since the curse that changed their fates forever. Now if a Barrion falls in love with you, you'll die. It's definitely giving autumn vibes, but it's fine, we digress, and it's giving off those pink vibes. Again, these are all the books I would like to read in summertime. I do think the bottom one just isn't fitting with the vibe. It didn't get the dress code. It just wasn't, it's not working. It's proper sulking. Does what it wants. But yeah, I'm kind of excited. I have nearly dominated my spring TBR and I'm very excited to like start ticking things off. And then I'm excited to move on to my summer like tick list. I think out of all of these, I think the one I'm most excited for is actually Air of Storms. And I'm very excited to see what the special edition looks like as well. It will not come, I doubt it, by the time I upload this video, but you'll see it in one of my vlogs, probably, hopefully, touch wood. We shall see. But yeah guys, thank you so much. What is in your summer TBR? Let me know down below, and have a lovely summer guys.